Bills. Gee. No, they're coming at me from the rear. Oh, Mr. August not here. Go Hong Kong. Sell lychee nuts. Whoa. Bills. What else? Maggie, help! Who is he?
Would you just calm down now, Meister Ryan, for heaven's sake? Would you calm down? Now, there's no reason to get excited. I can take care of the boys.
I hate to say this, believe me, but I think maybe we ought to call the cops.
Mr. Ryan, bite your tongue.
Well, at least check with social services.
Oh, no. I get it. It's a national holiday. I followed up. You're all here. The office is locked up. Well, little brotherhood day, huh? Who's your friend here?
Well, that's just it, Mac. We don't know.
You don't know? He just dropped in off the street for a couple of belts?
Well, no, he's like a foundling.
Left on the doorstep.
Abandoned? Oh, what's his name?
He won't say.
Hey.
What do you mean he didn't say?
He won't say.
Well, he can talk, can't he? What's your name?
Kumba.
Come on, he's, what is he, 4 years old here? He's got to talk. Withholding information here? Here, let me have it.
Kumba.
He can talk. He's just a little shy around strangers, aren't you? You're a little. Hold it. You're just a little shy around. Wait. Now listen. I want to tell you a story. You see, you're a little joker, aren't you? Wait a minute. Oh, just a minute. No.
Mr. McBride, this was left with the kid. It's from a jazz friend of mine called Omar Dean. The enclosed was left with me for safekeeping, but I have a one-night stand in Vegas. I'll call you as soon as I get there and explain everything. I know you got...
Hey, wait, it's not the time. Just
connections with McBride and Ryan, so the kid will have their protection if anybody comes after him. Don't let him out of your sight. Don't trust anybody till you hear from me.
He probably has something to do with one of those awful custody disputes. You know, a broken marriage, and they're just tossing him around like a football. Poor little fella.
Wait a minute.
A boy that age needs a woman's touch, Mr. Ryan.
Boys all ages need a woman's touch. There's no question.
Die. Well, howdy do, Nanny? I thought I'd drop off a few knickknacks for the tyke, if you know what I mean. Yes. Keep mad at mischief. And here, I have his lunch. Where is little darling now?
He's in there with Captain Kangaroo.
Well, do you think we have time so we can break up the howdy-doody hour before this stuff gets cold?
What?
Mac, you all right?
Oh, yeah. Sure, nothing. There's an inquiring child. He sees the plug, wants to pull it out. It's perfectly natural. There, go to your Aunt Maggie. There you are.
Mr. McBride, you have a lot of work to do. You can't do that and take care of a child, too.
Oh, accidents will happen.
Yeah, he has a nifty way of making accidents happen. Let's face that.
He's all right. He's all right.
You know, let's face another thing. I don't know whether you and I are quite set up to be, babysitters.
Speak for yourself, Mr. Ryan.
What is our position legally? Have you got any idea about that?
Legally, yeah. Possession of a minor without his parents' permission.
Supposing he doesn't have any parents.
Then we got a big problem.
Would they put him in an orphanage?
But hold it. Wait a minute. The kid's my responsibility. Omar left him with me, remember?
I'm sure you'll do the right thing, yeah.
Well, I think the right thing right now is to give him his lunch. Or don't you think I can handle that? Maggie, come on. Lunch time.
Yes, I'm looking for Mr. Malcolm Argos. I was told I'd find him here.
Could I tell him what it's about?
I'm from the Child Welfare Department. Is he here?
Just one moment, please.
All right.
Come on.
Mr. McBride, I have a lady here from the Children's Welfare Department to see you.
All right, wheel her in.
Mr. McBride, Miss Armistice Simpson.
How do you do?
Hello. How are you?
Very good. That's an unusual name, Armistice.
Yes, well, I was born the 11th hour, the 11th day, and the 11th month.
Oh, Armistice Day from the First World War. Yeah. I knew a fellow born on that day.
Mr. McBride, I have a court order here concerning a minor in need of care and protection.
Yes? Well, Mr. Argus doesn't work in this office.
Yes, I know that, Mr. McBride. But I went to the Bouzouki bar, and they gave me this address as the alternative. It's my duty to take the boy into the custody of the court.
Miss Simpson, I'm not sure...
I must ask for your cooperation.
This is my partner.
How do you do? I'm Peterson T. Ryan.
This is Miss Simpson, Pete. Child welfare.
You understand this is a very serious matter.
Pete, have a look at these.
Well, I can assure you, Miss Simpson, that the only concern we have is for the child's welfare. Yeah.
Take a look at the court order, will you?
One question. Isn't this rather unusual to have this court order signed by a federal judge?
Well,
Where'd you get this?
It was on my desk when I arrived at the office.
Did you happen to notice the applicant's signature here? Redburn or Radford, whatever that is? I don't want to tell you your business, Miss Simpson, but I do think you ought to check this out. Because we have reason to believe that this boy is in danger. Right, Mac?
Well, we got a letter, Miss Simpson, telling us not to let the boy out of our sight.
Well, we haven't.
Well, may I see the boy?
Maggie?
You're obviously in good hands. I'll look into this whole thing, gentlemen, and I'll get back to you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
We can't understand a word he says.
It's no wonder. He speaks Swahili. This boy is African.
What? African?
African?
I don't understand it. It's not like Omar.
Who'd you talk to in Las Vegas?
His lead guitar player, the bongo player, the manager of the club, the group showed up, but no Omar. And to top it off, his phone doesn't answer.
Maybe he's sick or drunk or... Power must be off.
No, Ratburn, you listen. I'm going to hang up.
All right, Alexo, I'm listening.
I'm getting out of the country and I'm going home. It's my only chance now.
I'll help you. I'll arrange it. Where are you?
Just listen. All I want from you is a public statement that I'm still alive.
You know I can't issue any statements.
Then leak it. I want my people to know. I'll walk into a newspaper office and tell them the whole story.
Alexo, you can't make it on your own. They have your scent now, those two killer hounds.
They're mindless animals, members of a primitive cult. I can handle them. But what troubles me is, how did they get my scent? Somebody in your group betrayed me. Maybe you, Colonel.
For God's sake, trust me.
I trust nobody, believe nobody. Put out the statement.
Wait, what about your son? Alexo!
His name is Teku Matili, but he doesn't seem to answer to that. My chief has asked the courts to give us another listing for his name.
Yeah, well, that's a step in the right direction. Maybe they'll be able to tell us what his name is, where he comes from, and what he's doing here.
And if they can't, why don't we call Alex Haley? Hi, Dad.
You want to go there?
Oh.
How's that? Oh! You know, I think we ought to be getting him back, Miss Simpson.
Well, can't we stay a little longer? He needs exercise and fresh air. Besides, you can call me Lanika. That's my Afro name.
Lanika?
Yes.
That's a prettier name than Armistice.
It means the same thing. It means the peacemaker.
That must be a hard name to live up to.
Well, I try. I campaign for gun control, abolition of the death penalty, and that sort of thing. I also belong to an organization called, it's a pacifist organization. It's called Love International. We're against all kinds of violence.
So am I, except I keep meeting people who don't share my views.
Good job.
You're very bright.
Thank you.
Now, I want you to look into my eyes, and I want you to concentrate, okay? We're being tailed.
Well, I saw a policeman at the front gate.
That's too far away.
But the guy's cute.
Besides, I want to find out who they are and what they want.
Oh, please, Pete, no violence.
I'll tell them I'm a member of Love International, all right?
Susanna.
Here's what I want you to do.
Did the keepers know that there's 2 turkeys that are loose? It's too late. They're gone. And you're in the toilet. All right, fellas, it's information time. Who the hell are you and what do you want with the kid? Are you going to tell me? Or do you want me to call one of the attendants and tell them that there's indecent language and loitering used around the men's room?
If you'll come with us, Mr. Ryan, the colonel will explain.
Huh? Then how come you send 2 of your male models to snatch a 4-year-old kid?
You're in over your head, Ryan. I want you and your partner to turn that child over to me immediately.
Oh, and you'll give us a receipt? You haven't answered my questions.
The boy is a key figure in an international security case. Now, that's all you're getting.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. You wouldn't be Red Burn or Red Fern or somebody like that. You wouldn't know anything about a federal court order that wasn't exactly legal, or about a jazz musician by the name of Omar Deans that sort of lost his beat. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Now, damn it, I know you mean well, but your meddling's endangering the boy's life. I can protect him.
Convince me, huh? Just answer my questions. Who is he? Where does he come from? What about his family? Just answer those for me, okay?
He has no family. His mother died in childbirth, and his father was Alexo Chetamunyo.
The African liberator?
Yes.
The one that was overthrown,
by military junta 3 years ago and was executed by a firing squad. Talk to your partner. Call me.
So there are 2 sets of people looking for the little boy. Those tall fellows with the shaving scars and the feds. That poor little thing.
I'm not sure that they are feds.
Oh, yeah, they're feds. I talked to Lieutenant Shilton this morning. He said that they had got a directive from Washington. The department is to lay hands off. It's strictly a federal matter.
You're kidding.
No.
You know something? I kind of missed the pitter-patter of tiny little feet. The crash of breaking glass. It was kind of cute. Some more hot coffee, huh?
I better go open the store.
You know, if that's a federal matter, we may not have any option. We may have to turn the boy over.
Let's try to understand what's going on here, Mackby, before we decide to turn the kid over to anybody. Now, you know those 7-foot goons that attacked you and Malcolm?
Yeah.
They seem to be men with a mission.
Automatons. Fanatics from some cult or society. They were trained for that. Maybe even bred.
Sent by a dictator to assassinate the son and heir of a man he deposed and murdered.
Yeah, a youngster who'd grow up to be a deadly rival. You know, I know an expert on this African stuff. I'm going to get to him, see if he can identify these scars on the cheeks for the tribes and things. He's out of town, but he'll be back tomorrow.
Well, you can rest easy. Armistice has the kid tucked away in a daycare center. I think he's safer there in a horde of children than he would be with the feds.
Yeah, I'd say.
You know, Alexo Chetamunio must have been a lot of man.
I understand he was.
Lenica.
Hi.
Peace. Have you heard from the federal courts?
Nope, and I don't think I'm going to.
That's because there are no affidavits. How is Junior?
Oh, he's terrific. He's a smash, isn't that? His score to date is 1 mirror, 2 plates, and a center supervisor's hearing aid. And he almost got this. With the other kids around, he never stops talking, partly in Swahili. I'm sure he's asking for something over and over. I'd love to know what it is.
Hold it. The Arts Foundation Theater, I think it is. There's an Afro-cultural group over there.
Oh, yes. I studied with them.
Maybe they could interpret some of this babbling.
You studied with him?
Yeah, about a year ago.
Let's go. Mac, I'll call you.
Yeah.
See ya. That's the boss there, Benjamin Kafulubiti.
Ben.
He teaches a lot of other subjects, too. History, crafts, juju lore.
Juju lore? That's a type of voodoo, isn't it?
Close relationship.
It's an interesting group.
Yes, I miss being a part of that.
You used to do this kind of thing?
Oh, yes. It was an obligatory part of the course. I got an A grading.
Nifty.
Take care, children. Wrap up warm. We are going again. Next time, I want to see some energy. Hi, Lenica. How's your life, little sister?
Fine, Brother Benjamin. Little children love one another.
Every day is holy.
Brother, this is Pete Ryan.
How do you do? It's a pleasure.
This is a business call.
In that case, this way to my office.
Professor Denson doesn't have any classes this morning. He said if you can get over there right away, he'd be happy to see you.
Oh, good. Is Pete back yet?
No, he's still at the Arts Foundation.
Uh-huh. All right, Pomona. In about 30 minutes, if Pete calls, tell him I'll be back before lunch.
Okay, bye.
Right, honey.
The little boy is of the Zankini tribe, and he is simply asking for his father.
Oh, no, his father's dead. Pete just told me on the way over here.
Yeah, he was killed about 3 years ago.
How old is the boy now?
He's 4. Only just.
He couldn't possibly remember. Yet he keeps asking, where's Daddy? When is Daddy coming to see me? And maybe once or twice, I live with my daddy in a tall white hut.
Well, either he's been raised by a foster parent or someone like that, or else his father's still alive.
Hey, look, obviously you're the head man here. I'm Chakwe.
Where's Mac?
He drove out to Pomona to see if Professor Denson said he'd be back after lunchtime.
Well, what's his car still doing outside? Let me have the phone, will you?
McBride and Ryan.
Maggie, let me talk to Mac, will you?
Oh, no, Mr. Ryan, he hasn't called in. Not since he left for Pomona.
Well, he never left unless he decided to walk it.
Well, Mr. Ryan, could you just hold on a jiffy? Can I help you?
Allow me to present myself. I'm Major Lebinjaw, Special Equerry.
How do you do?
Mr. McBride is unharmed. I assure you. Absolutely. He will be restored to you in perfect health when Mr. Ryan has delivered the Chetamunya boy to me. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Splendid! I need hardly add, if Mr. Ryan should fail or attempt any kind of deception, Mr. McBride will be executed. I shall telephone in 2 hours. Oh, please, do not attempt to follow me. I would hate to injure a lady.
Maggie, let me talk to him. Put him on.
He's gone, Mr. Ryan.
You should not be confined here very much longer, Mr. McBride. If your partner is sensible, then I hope you can compensate for that inadequacy and ensure no one is hurt, including yourself.
And how do we do that?
Simple. Tell me. Now, where can I find Alexa's child?
Oh, come on. You're asking me to turn over a 4-year-old kid to you so you can kill him? Come on, go.
You misunderstand me. Absolutely. With the child as hostage, there'll be no need for any bloodshed. And Alexo will not dare show his face in the country again if he knows his child is in the government's care.
You mean to tell me Alexo's still alive? And in this country?
Yes. There is no need
to keep up the pretense any longer, Mr. McBride. We now know he left the boy with a musician friend who turned him over to you and your partner.
So why doesn't he call? Why doesn't he call?
Because the 2 hours aren't up yet.
So maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we should have called Lieutenant Shelton or the feds.
You heard Lobbying Jaw. Any deception and they'll kill Mac.
Omar, where the hell have you been, man? We've been trying to get you on the phone.
I got detained. Malcolm, this is my friend, Alexo Catamuño.
For a man who's been dead for 3 years, you look remarkably well, Mr. Catamuño.
It was a setup arranged by your American intelligence.
I figured that. A fake execution to get you and your son out of Africa alive, am I right?
Correct. Colonel Radburn brought us to America and kept us alive. That is, until 3 days ago.
How did the opposition find out?
I thought I had been betrayed. There had been a change in policy, shall we say. But now, from what Omar tells me, I realize it was an accident. Apparently, a message to one of my supporters at home was intercepted.
That's simple. Well, now that you've been resurrected, we've got a lot to talk about. The name is Ryan, Peterson T. Ryan.
Mr. Ryan Peterson T. I don't have much time. My son and I are leaving the country tonight. So if you would lead me to him, please.
I can't do that.
What do you mean? If it is a question of your fee.
No, it isn't that. Just give me a little time and I'll explain it to you.
Hello? Mr. Ryan?
Ryan.
Major Labenjo. The exchange must be made tonight.
Hold it. I want to be sure that Mac is all right. I want to talk to him.
Absolutely. He is right beside me.
Pete? Hey, Pete, these people mean business. You gotta give the boy up, you hear me?
Okay, Mac, just take it easy, calm down, okay?
Don't try anything clever, Pete. You know, like the time you staged that big production. You led us a hell of a dance. None of that.
Okay, Mac, just cool down, huh? Just cool down.
Pete, this is the toughest spot I've been in since the foundation of our partnership.
I want to talk to the others. Hold on a minute, will you? If I could just be sure what he wants. If I could just be sure.
Don't be wrong, Mr. Ryan. Don't be wrong.
Mac, I've talked with the others, and we all agree we'd be accessories to murder and kidnapping. There's no way we're going to drop that kid off. That's the bottom line.
Hey, Pete, don't do this to me.
Oh, come on, Mac. This is America. They're not going to butcher you here.
Oh, Pete, they will. They'll kill me. Pete, I'm not going to die for some lousy foreigner's brat.
Well, you know where he is. Why don't you turn the kid over yourself?
Pete! Stop!
Where's the boy?
I don't know.
I hope I read him right. I really hope I read him right.
I heard you know where the boy is.
Look, if I tell you now, you'll kill me.
You have no choice.
All right. I'll take you to him. Staged that big production. You led us a hell of a dance. Since the foundation.
A hell of a dance. A hell of a dance.
Foundation of our partnership.
That's it, the Foundation Theater. We have to put this thing together and fast. Mr. Quedemuño, when we come back, we'll send for your boy, I promise.
Mr. Ryan, it's because of me that your partner's a hostage. Let me come with you. I know these people and I know how to fight them.
You got it.
Stand still. If this is the trick, McBride.
No trick.
How your people have kept them, Major.
Spooky. You scared me.
Omar studied native drum music while he was my guest during his tour of Africa. Colonel Radburn knew of that friendship, of course. That's why he pulled Omar in.
Well, there'll be a lot of other drums telling people now that you're coming back from the dead.
You know, we could take care of the little fellow for you, till things cooled off.
Thank you, but he'll be staying with friends of mine in England until it's safe for him to join me.
Ah. Well, there you are.
It isn't going to be the same, just the two of us. I think we ought to think of some other interests like, like working for
Love International.
Oh, you're so bright. You know
Thank you.
He just never lets up, does he?
May I ask you, what's the little fella's name?
Teku Matili Quedemuño.
How's that?
Kumba, for short.
Kumba. Hey, Kumba.
Hi, Kumba.
Lee.
Oh, praise from the late, great Jack Dawson. And what was so bloomin' lovely about it? And what are you doing poaching on that shot? Just stay on your own side.
Why the hell do you keep serving to his forehand? You're just setting me up at the net.
Hey, Larry. Let's get on with it, okay?
You're right. You're absolutely right, and I do apologize. To beautiful Dana, to luscious Lena, to Mike, and of course, Jack, I do apologize. Come on. I'll be good, I promise. Let's play some points. Come on. You believe this?
Ever since you guys moved me into this rabbit hutch, I swear the typewriter has shrunk. The report forms are not fitting.
Pete inside?
Screaming for coffee.
Oh, do you have to do that so forcefully? Now, there's another thing, Mac. There's no coffee in here. Mike Jenkins, my partner, Frank McBride.
McBride, nice to meet you.
Oh, Mac. Oh, will you give me a little mercy?
I'm glad you're taking our case, Mr. McBride.
What? Case? What case?
This case, Mac. I'm going to move over there. Mike Jenkins is the world-famous tennis great, and he's an old friend of mine. We used to play in kids' tennis tournaments together.
Uh-huh.
We still play once in a while, but now just for the fun, right, Mike?
I'm afraid it hasn't been much fun. Not since I've been named coach of the Aces. And right now, we're just in deep trouble.
Larry Thorpe, huh? Well, this is police business.
They are investigating. What I'm afraid of is what will happen when we go on tour. You know, we go to 10 cities in 2 months. If anything else happens...
Open that up a little bit for Mac, will you?
Do you remember Danny Briggs?
Danny Briggs was Dana Wallace's doubles partner. He had a little accident last year in Spain.
Well, it was Madrid. But the point is, it wasn't an accident.
All right, you're trying to tell me that somebody's killing off Dana Wallace's tennis partners?
I really don't know who's trying to kill who. I'm afraid that someone is trying to kill the whole team.
What do the police say?
To be honest with you, I have no idea. But I don't think they can protect us, whereas I think that you could.
We'll work out the details, Mike, and I'll call you later.
Oh, okay. Police business, we can't afford to get involved in that.
I knew you were going to say that. We can't afford not to get involved in it.
Here we go, boy. Pete Ryan, Dana Wallace.
How do you do?
Hi, Pete.
Pete is going to be our new assistant coach, our main backup man.
Ryan, you been on the circuit?
Satellite tour, Europe, Africa, bush leagues. I'm just now getting back into it.
He needs a lot of work, so no mercy.
Okay. Here we go, Pete.
Just think of me as a ball machine.
Looks like I made quite a find for assistant coach. He plays well.
I don't know how well he plays, but I agree. He's quite a find.
Need a towel, Pete.
Hi.
Hello.
Mike told me you're the assistant coach. I'm Lena Ionescu. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Fine.
Pete Ryan. I'm sort of, what you would say taking Larry Thorpe's place, you know?
Oh, I hope not, Pete. He was a prima louse. God, Lena, he's dead. What do you want me to do, cry? Not much.
You make it sound so, personal.
It was. He tried to make a play for me when I started on the tour, and at first it was an all right idea, but talk to the guy for 2 seconds and forget it. Anyway, he's telling everybody that I was making it with him. It wasn't true.
Really?
Well, it wasn't. Anyway, he's the kind of guy that was sleeping around with all the groupies that come over here, and I don't know, I just think he was a louse, that's all.
You're right, I agree with you. He sounds like a prima louse. Shall we get back to work?
Can I join in? You know, for a week now, my timing stinks. Will you watch me?
I'll tell you what. You two hit, and I'll watch you.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Pete.
It's Browners in front by a length. Sherrill's chance is second by a head. Roving Rick, third moonshot.
He's all yours.
Outside and back in the middle of the track, into the stretch. It's Browners in front by 3/4 of a length. Lace Love is second by a head. Roving Rick, third moonshot and back in. Browners in front and Lace Love. Moonshot and back in. And Browners is corner by a neck. Lace Love second and length. Moonshot third with back end. Finishing fourth.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to let her.
All right. You must have lost a fortune. I'm really sorry.
No, not your fault.
In a way, it was. You see, I own Backhand. Hello, I'm Sally Blair.
Oh, how are you? Frank McBride, Mac.
May I offer you a drink? Well, that's the least I can do, really.
No, I don't begrudge anything. I've made a lot of money on your horses and your team. You see, I'm a gambler. I'll gamble on anything, including the aces. Yes, I'll have a little taste with you.
Hey, how's the new assistant coach doing today?
Surviving. Jack Dawson, right?
Hi.
Peter Ryan.
Pleasure.
Say, listen, you've heard this 1,000 times, but I saw you at Wimbledon at Forest Hills. You're a super player. Really, super.
I'm flattered. The days of glory are long gone, but I'll have to remember. Thanks. Welcome to the team.
Thanks a lot.
Wang, eggs, Benedict, okay?
得啦，係啦，你唔使怕，呢啲就係好食㗎，係嘛
No. Wang, eggs, Benedict. 2 words. Eggs.
Right.
Hey.
Why me? No, you don't understand.
He sent me to get his breakfast. He says you must have gotten lost.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Wang, Danomina.
梗係㗎嘛，呢啲係真係好食啦，唉，你睇下，好食啦，小姐啊。
Where did you learn to speak like this?
I used to work at this place in San Francisco, Shapiro's Cantonese Gardens.
Chinese?
Oh, no. Mr. Shapiro was Jewish. 再見。
俾你食啦嚇，3碗啦嚇，好食㗎呢啲。
嚇。Ooh, is that ugly? What is it?
My portrait.
Oh, sorry, Pete. It's really not a very good likeness.
You know you blew it?
What do you mean I blew it?
Somebody was testing you. Any innocent jock that found this in his locker would have screamed bloody murder. You were quiet. You sneaked it out of the club. Whoever was testing it was putting it, and you flunked.
Okay. Someone as sneaky and suspicious. That could have been planted by one of the guys on the Aces, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or your buddy Jenkins, or an attendant, or somebody from the front office, or one of the girls during practice. According to Sally Blair, practically everybody on the team hated Thorpe. She tried to get rid of him, wanted to put him on waivers or whatever it is they do to tennis players, but she couldn't. He draws big crowds, a star.
What else did she tell you?
Oh, they lost money for the last 2 years. One of the big reasons was the big salary they were paying Thorpe.
That certainly gives the lady a motive.
Oh, no. She's got real money. You know, I don't much like this scam, me playing Diamond Jim McBride to her.
Rumor has it that Sally Blair and Larry Thorpe were sleeping together.
Yeah?
Yeah. Probably nothing, Mac. I tell you, they're having a party out there tonight. It's sort of a kickoff for the Aces, start of the season. She's bound to be there, being the owner and everything. I think I'll go out and do a little discreet checking, okay?
No, I can do that. I'll do that. She invited me to the party.
You mind if I cut in? Huh? That's Stone Age.
Oh, well, I'm obsolete.
You don't feel obsolete.
Sally, why do you come on so strong? Why do you make all the moves?
I'm getting old, damn it. When I come here, I feel like Grandma Moses. Look at that, look.
That's a pretty girl. You're a beautiful woman. But dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. That's why there's talk going around that you and Larry Thorpe are lovers.
What would you expect? A rich old bag and a team of young jocks. As far as Larry went, our relationship was very simple. I signed his future experience. Okay, Mac?
Okay.
I'm in training.
Milk. Orange juice. Yogurt. Now that'd be good for you.
Champagne.
Right. Come on.
Where?
There. Privacy. Mystery. That's the reason the champagne is necessary. Have you ever heard of a girl giving in to moonlight and yogurt? Impossible.
Giving in? What, are you planning an attack?
Attack? No. Reconnaissance.
What did you mean by privacy and mystery?
Well, the privacy part. See, I never liked dancing on crowded dance floors. And the mystery part? Well, who knows? The night's young.
Now, on the street level.
Right. Street level, section 12.
Okay.
Now, here's to... Truth. I was thinking more along the lines of beauty. To you.
Pete, what's going on? You're a very good tennis player, but you haven't played competitively in a long time, and you weren't on any circuit. I asked Mike. He gave me some double talk. I'm asking you.
Some backhand you've got. What a stroke.
What, you going to call the police?
No, there's no reason to do that. They're just a couple of two-bit hoods, a couple of muggers or so.
Muggers? They didn't try to threaten you or hold you up. They just jumped on you. Pete, tell me the truth, please.
Okay, I'll tell you the truth, but I want you to keep it strictly to yourself. Mike is an old friend of mine. He asked me to investigate Larry Thorpe's murder because he thought he was killed by a member of the team. That is the truth.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, then why were those hoods after me? How do they know we were here? You know why? Ace in the hole.
Well, none of us liked Larry very much, but not murder.
From what I hear, he gave you a pretty bad time before he was killed. I'm right, aren't I? Why?
It was personal. Besides, he's dead.
It might be personal, but it's not forgotten. Tell me the truth. Come on.
I saw Larry in the parking lot just before he was killed. He was knocking her around.
He was knocking who around? Tell me.
One of his groupies. He picked him off in bunches.
Who?
Candy Lewis. She had taken something of Larry's. He was slapping her around. She started crying, so I got into it. Then Larry tried to take it out on me.
How did you know her name?
Pete, I'm telling you the truth. We all knew her name. She was hanging around with the team. Just call me up sometime, honey. I'm in the book.
Oh, here you are. Dana, you shouldn't be so rough on him. I knew you'd get into trouble out here.
Oh, so you thought you'd come and protect him? Or did you just want some extra coaching?
Just keep practicing that fancy footwork. Candy? I'm Pete Ryan. I'm the new assistant coach on the LA Aces.
Come on in.
Thank you. We've never met, but I do know a lot about you. Actually, it's through Larry Thorpe. The morning before he was murdered, he wanted me to come and apologize to you. Hey, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Larry was so mad at me that morning. I thought he died still mad at me.
You mean about his property?
I figured he wouldn't mind if I kept it, like a remembrance. He minded.
This isn't a man's racket. It's a woman's racket. The grip is too small.
That's right. It wasn't his. That's why Larry got so hot about it. It belongs to his owner.
Sally Blair?
He was probably scared she'd find out he was getting it on with somebody else.
Else? You mean that Larry Thorpe and Sally Blair had something going?
Sure. He told me. She digs tennis players. It's funny. She didn't know he was working one of the girls on the tour, too. But what the hell? That's what life's for, right? Fun?
Yeah, you're right. I'll have this replaced for you with one of Larry's, so you can keep it as a remembrance, all right?
Oh, gee, I forgot. Hi, Jake.
Candy?
Come on in.
Hiya.
I've got sort of a date, Pete. You don't mind?
No. No, I don't mind. Not a bit. Not a bit. I thought that tennis was your game.
Well, I sort of worked it out. I have my summer game and my winter game, and sometimes they overlap.
Well, when you're free, maybe we could discuss springtime, huh? Bye, Tank.
Is that Sally's?
Yes, those are her initials carved in the handle. You know, actually, Candy Lewis said that Larry Thorpe blew his top in about 1,000 different directions when she didn't return this racket.
Oh? Why, is it expensive?
Maybe it has sentimental value to it.
Oh, Sally told me about that gossip. Her and Larry Thorpe. No way.
Well, I think Candy's mind sort of runs in that rut. This is really funny. All the weight is in the head of this racket. And the grip is smaller, and it's lighter.
Not supposed to be that way?
No, that'd play hell with your game.
Yeah? Well, they really made these into precision.
What's the matter?
Isn't it kind of funny? This doesn't look like there's part of the Huh? Anything in there? No, nothing. Nothing is... Oh. Fresh cut cocaine.
Mag, you want to come in? Telegraph here looks like he's ready to win you back the money you lost on backhand.
I'd rather you came out.
All right. Why so grim?
Sally, I lied to you. I'm not a gambler. I have no money. I'm an investigator. Mike Jenkins hired me to investigate Larry Thorpe's death, to try to keep the same thing from happening to the rest of the team.
Okay. You're a liar and a cad. And you're forgiven.
Those were my lies.
I'm getting a heavy insinuation here.
I'll be more explicit. Larry Thorpe, cocaine. I'll make it real plain. You were having an affair with Larry. You helped him deal the coke.
No.
Sally, I looked over your tennis racket. The one with the hollow handle. According to a lab analysis, it was full of coke.
That's right. Larry dealt, yes. He used me. He got involved with some of my gamier friends. He, not me.
Sally, you were sleeping with him.
I'm sorry. When my husband died, Larry sensed I was a bit weak, vulnerable, so he just moved in on me. Oh, I was flattered. A tennis star, 20 years younger, and a lot more dishonest. He wanted me as a launching pad to meet my friends, my rich friends, buyers, users.
And he dealt them coke? Now, who is his supplier?
I don't know. The circuit is international. London, Paris, Rome, Berlin, New Delhi, Tangiers. Larry had a lot of contacts.
Sally, cut it out. He couldn't service that many clients smuggling a couple of ounces of cocaine through customs in an empty tennis racket. Now, who dealt with him?
I don't know! He's dead. Let it alone.
Sally. He was murdered. You can't let it alone.
I can't get involved. That's why Larry used one of my rackets. If this whole mess is going to open up, I'm going to be involved. Smeared. Maybe indicted. I'm not a martyr. I am not going to testify.
See, what's happening is you're not getting the rotation in the hips.
Oh. Still having trouble with your forehand, darling?
Pete is very helpful. Marvelous hands.
Terrific. Remember, keep those marvelous hands to yourself tomorrow.
I don't get that. You're losing me.
You and I are playing mixed doubles in the charity exhibition. That is, if you're finished with your lesson by then.
Coming on the track for the first race.
Because I've decided to forgive you.
At 6.
What does that mean?
Well, I thought about it and decided that I will cooperate. I will tell the police whatever I know.
Oh? Everything? The dope? The smuggling? The racket?
All of it.
She been at that?
Over an hour.
Is she mad about something?
Or worried. How did your lunch go with that Sally Blair?
Thorpe's been smuggling coke, all right, yeah. He's been using some member or members of the Aces as mules. She didn't know who. She said she'd make a formal statement. Once it's narrowed down to the team, then the police can pick up the guy.
Sally, I'm not going into any song and dance with you. We'll meet with the police tomorrow.
Come in.
Sally.
Hi, Pete.
There's
Hi,
nothing
Candy.
to worry about.
How's the tank?
I faked him out. His knees got jammed. I got your message to come by for the racket you promised me.
Oh, yeah. Just a second. I'll be right back.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Into the ball, lay into your backhand.
Any other news?
You know, I didn't think you'd do it. I mean, I get hustled a lot.
Well, I'm famous for my reliability.
Call him back, but don't tell him anything. No?
Mac, this is my friend Mac. This is Candy Lewis.
Oh, how do you do, Candy?
She was very close to Larry Thorpe.
Oh, I wasn't his girl or anything. She was.
Who?
Her, Dana Wallace.
Another time.
I said I wanted to talk to you.
What do you want?
You told me that you were Larry Thorpe's tennis partner, but you didn't say anything about being his girl.
Well, I wasn't. Never. Is that clear?
He told Candy Lewis that he was. He said, and he used a delicate phrase, and I quote, that he was working a girl on the tour. That's you.
Well, it wasn't that way. Believe me. Larry and I were together sometimes. I really loved the bum. I thought he loved me. I was wrong.
Okay, I believe. If it wasn't love, what was it? Okay?
Who? What is it?
There's somebody up there watching us. Maybe you'd care to make the introductions.
This is ridiculous. I'm not going anywhere.
gonna be all right.
Somebody tried to kill me.
Yeah, we know. We're having the arena search now.
My mother died last year. She was sick for a long time. Treatments, chemotherapy, on a kidney machine. I make really a lot of money, but I couldn't afford it. She was dying in pain, and I couldn't afford to help her.
Larry Thorpe, Mom.
He lent me the money. And when we were on tour in Europe, he collected.
What about the cocaine?
I carried it through customs. Larry was afraid to take the risk because of Danny Briggs.
Whatever happened to Danny Briggs?
Larry Thorpe killed him in Madrid. He made it look like a car accident. They were in it together. They had a fight. Larry was afraid that Danny was going to turn him in.
Who killed Larry Thorpe?
I don't know. I don't, Pete.
Dana. Who did he sell the last shipment to?
He didn't. We packed it in some tennis supplies. Stuff we carry with us, balls. Pete, he had a spare locker in the back. I was afraid to look.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm not afraid to look. Hey, doctor, tell the ambulance driver to stop this thing at the next taxi stand.
Are you nuts?
Tell him to do it, will you?
Hey, stop this thing, will you?
Now, look, I'll come by the hospital and see you as soon as I get through. And while you're there, don't catch anything, huh? You're gonna be okay.
This time of night, buddy? Look, I've been training, pal. I'm gonna go 12 rounds with Ali. Let's go. Okay.
Doesn't look very promising.
Let me have your knife, will you?
Huh? You want to cut something? Knife?
What are you doing? Hey, got it. That's illegal. You just want to go back in the slammer. Quiet. This has been soldered.
Open that up.
Old tennis balls, huh?
Didn't even bounce. Look at this.
Cocaine.
Freshly cut. Look at the tag on this flight bag. Jack Dawson.
You just couldn't let it go, could you?
Why?
Money.
That doesn't make sense. You're the best.
I was. 10 years ago, when they paid us in expenses and cheap promises.
Yeah, I was the best. I made a little money, but it's gone. I was too damned early. Now these kids start out making $100,000 a year. Appearances, endorsements, but not me. Too late for me.
So you're tied in with Larry Thorpe, huh? And this?
Larry arranged it. I hated it. But I managed. I lived with it. And Dana, you know Dana was in it with him, too.
She was his victim, not a partner.
Yeah. Well, Larry was threatening to expose me. And with him dead, I was afraid that Dana would tell all, just to get revenge.
And now you're going to kill us?
No. No. I tried to warn you off, scare you off. No, I won't kill you. But I will need time to get away.
Well, this ought to help him out on the trip.
To go, Dawson.
It's unfair.
It's just bloody unfair.
Hey, they're really going at it, huh? Winner take all?
That's right.
Gee, how much they playing for?
Not money.
What then?
Me.